The group stage of the Gold Cup tournament wrapped up on Wednesday night, and now we head into the quarterfinals with USA playing Cuba on Saturday. SBR contributor Rodolfo is here, he's on the line, and do stay tuned for his top tip at the end. Now, USA finished first from Group A, whilst Cuba, who only managed one win playing Guatemala, finished third in Group C. USA are huge favourites to win, but the question is what can we expect from Cuba?
You know, I don't really think that we can expect much from Cuba, though. They are a physically fit team. Absolutely, they're very well trained and they know the basics of the game. However, they are missing that little edge that is going to put them into the next level, though. They don't have a professional league, so this is where the lack of creativity, somewhere in the middle, some of the finishing passes, they just are not good at it, though. They beat Guatemala. Guatemala is a very average side from CONCACAF, and they perform below what it was expected from them. So in this match, the only thing that I expect from Cuba, though, is that they're going to fight. They're going to fight hard. Usually anytime that Cuba and USA find each other competing in any sport, is that little extra fight, that little extra political thing going on in there. So I think USA is definitely going to control the game. Cuba is going to have their opportunities. Absolutely, I think they're going to have their opportunities, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually score.
Okay, interesting. Because USA have only conceded 2 goals. Cuba have only pocketed 1 goal, and that's during the group stage. I was leaning towards USA keeping a clean sheet, and that comes in low, 1.57 there, compared to both teams to score, which is a healthy 2.88. Would you bet on Cuba scoring, both teams to score 2.88?
No, I wouldn't. I just said that I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. However, I wouldn't put my money on it.
All right.
Okay. And the only reason why is because the USA, we have seen this over and over in CONCACAF competition. The USA starts slow. This is not a team that needs to go out there and score 3, 4, 5, 6 goals on each game. As long as they win, that's all it really matters to them. You know, and they have been doing that. They may not be displaying the best football that we all want to see, and we want to see the U.S. just trashing all these other teams. But the reality is that they're getting things done. They're getting the points. They're moving on to the next stage. So in this match, I really think the USA is going to be more than content to score 2 to 3 goals. I think they have in them 3 goals. I don't know if they have more than that. And then again, I think Cuba can sneak one in to make this a 4 goal.
Now, interesting here, you talk about goals. The over is very low at this point, 1.3 there. But the most USA have scored in any group match during the group stage matches there was 2. So should we look to the under 2.5 goals? And that comes in 3.75 Coral.
I wouldn't touch the under in this. I think it's kind of, I mean, it's extremely risky, kind of suicidal in here to go for the under, though. Okay. And the main reason why, again, Cuba is not a team like Honduras or like Panama that they play really hardcore defense. You know, they're not pit bulls. They play kind of open. They make silly mistakes. They give up silly goals sometimes. So I think this is where the U.S. is going to capitalize on. You know, so I definitely don't expect an under in here. But the bookies know that it's going to be somewhere around between the 3 to 4 goal line in this match. If you go over 2.5, it's very juicy. I mean, it's extremely low odds. The next step forward is going to be the over 3.5, and that's really what I'm going for in here. Even it's still low, though. I think it's probably the best selection that we have. Then again, I don't think USA needs to score 5 or 6 goals on them like Mexico did, you know.
Well, looking at the winners market, USA is extremely low, 1.12 favourite with Coral. The draw's 12 bet Victor, and Cuba 26 with bet 365. So little value here to back the USA to win. There is a touch of value to back USA to win both halves, 1.67 paddy power. But what have you got for us today?
Well, my best tip in here again is going to be goals. I think this is going to be a match where Cuba is going to hold on for a little bit. They're going to try to do some fast breaks. They're going to try to score on the U.S. and then the U.S. should capitalize on this. One more thing to notice is that the U.S. They have made some changes in their lineup they sent back Josie Altidore because he's not fit to play, which I think it was a great decision. And they're bringing in Alan Gordon and DeMarcus Beasley, which is a great wing guy. So I think they're going to have a deeper reach in the field. My bet for this one is going to be over 3.5 at 1.72.
All right, wonderful. So over 3.5 goals here, 1.72. Rodolfo, thank you for joining us.